Hi and welcome to QuizAmp, the quiz that covers everything. Can you score 50 points or more and take on and beat today's star questions? Round 1 is random knowledge. You get 2 points if you get the correct answer before the choices come up, 1 point if you need the choices. So let's get straight into it and play today's quiz. Which TV family do Gomez, Morticia, Wednesday and Pugsley belong to? The Munsters, the Addams Family or the Simpsons? They are the Addams Family. Red Dragon by Thomas Harris is the first novel to feature which serial killer? Patrick Bateman, Dexter Morgan or Hannibal Lecter? The answer, Hannibal Lecter. The famous classic Inca Trail leads directly to which well-known landmark? Chichen Itza, Christ the Redeemer or Machu Picchu? That leads to Machu Picchu. Which game is played on a vertically suspended grid with 42 holes? Is that Battleships, Connect 4 or Mastermind? That is Connect 4. Who did Ewan McGregor play in the Star Wars franchise? Did he play Obi-Wan Kenobi, Han Solo or Luke Skywalker? He played Obi-Wan Kenobi. For round 2, I'll give you 2 clues to guess the empire. If you guess it from the first clue, give yourself 2 points. If you need the second clue, it's 1 point. Let's play. In the early 20th century, it controlled around a quarter of the world's land area and population. It built thousands of miles of railway tracks across India, Canada and Africa. That is the British Empire. It was ruled by the Romanov dynasty for over 300 years. It was founded by Peter I. That is the Russian Empire. It reached its greatest territorial extent during World War II. It was ruled by an emperor. That is the Empire of Japan. It began in 1492 with the marriage of Isabella I and Ferdinand II. It became extremely wealthy after colonizing large parts of the Americas. That is the Spanish Empire. It was founded by a warrior prince known as the Lion King. Its most famous ruler is considered to be one of the wealthiest individuals in human history. That is the Mali Empire. Round 3 is a picture round all about dogs. These are 2 points if you can guess the correct answer. So, which is faster, A or B? That's B, the greyhound. Which has a better sense of smell? That's B, the bloodhound. Which is from Ireland? That's A, an Irish wolfhound. Which has a distinct strip of hair growing in the opposite direction of the rest of its coat? That's A, the Rhodesian Ridgeback. And which is known as the barkless dog? That's A, the Basenji. Up next we have Give Me 2. This is a very popular round. I'll give you 15 seconds to give me 2 correct answers. There could be more than 2 for each question. There's a maximum of 2 points. Just pause the video if you need more time. Let's play. So give me 2 countries whose national flags feature the Nordic cross. Pause if you need more time to check the answers. They are two living species of true camels? The answers are two valves of the human heart. Two of the 5 largest lakes in Africa by surface area. And lastly, 2 egg-laying mammals. Round 5 is another picture round. Again, it's 2 points if you get the correct answer. Let's play which one is. So which one is Mostar Bridge? That's A. Which one is a coconut crab? That's B. Which one is US General George S. Patton? He is A. Which one is a sickle? That's B. And which one is the outline of Cuba? That's B. For each quiz, I really try to put in a massive variety of topics, and I hope you really enjoy that. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps. You can even do that on a TV these days. You just do something with your remote control. Give it a try. See what happens. Hopefully you won't end up on a different channel. So anyway, our next round is a music round. People ask for this all the time. Unfortunately, due to copyright, I can't play the music, but next best thing, I'm going to give you the first lines to some famous songs, and your challenge is 1 point if you can guess the name of the song, and a second point if you know the artist. Let's play. So song name and artist for You Can Dance, You Can Jive, Having the Time of Your Life. That's Dancing Queen by ABBA. So No One Told You Life Was Gonna Be This Way. That's I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts. Let's Go Girls. That's Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain. Do you remember the 21st night of September? That's September by Earth, Wind and Fire. And Yo, I'll Tell You What I Want, What I Really, Really Want. That is Wannabe by the Spice Girls. Round 7 is multiple choice. It's all about Mars. 2 points if you know the answer before I give you the choices, 1 point if you need those choices. Let's play. In which decade did the first successful spacecraft land on Mars? The 60s, 70s or 80s? The answer, the 1970s. What was the name of NASA's spacecraft that made the first successful landing on Mars? Was it Viking 1, Voyager 1 or Mars 1? The answer is Viking 1. What are the names of Mars's 2 moons? Titan and Europa, Phobos and Deimos, or Io and Ganymede? The answer is Phobos and Deimos. What is the specific name given to a single day on Mars? a lux, a tidal, or a sol? It is a sol. Mars is named after the Roman god of what? Is it war, love, or the sky? The answer is war. Now it's time to boost your score with 20 quick points up for grabs. These are rapid fire, they're worth 1 point each, and we'll review the answers when we get to the end of the round. Let's play the bonus round. The Happy Birthday to You song originated in the USA or Australia. Cavendish is the most common yellow variety of lemon or banana. Humans are the only animals with a true protruding chin. Is that true or false? The word avatar comes from Greek or Sanskrit. What colour was Moby Dick? Hair is made of collagen. Is that true or false? Who is the central figure in Netflix The Crown? Queen Victoria or Elizabeth II? Standard coleslaw is mostly what? Where did Kahlua originate? Mexico or Jamaica? Which contains more concrete, the Empire State Building or the Hoover Dam? The Zootons and Amy Winehouse both had a hit with Jolene or Valerie. KFC's original recipe is kept in a high security vault. Is that true or false? A malar flush is mostly where? On the neck or cheeks? Karen is from which mythology, Greek or Norse? Dorothy has no surname in the original book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Is that true or false? Sn is the chemical symbol for sodium or tin. Is the moon always the same distance from Earth? Yes or no? The Bee Gees were all born on which island? The Isle of Man or Tasmania? The planet Mercury has lakes of liquid mercury. Is that true or false? What's the only element that can have a stable atom with no neutrons? Gold or hydrogen? So, are humans the only animals with a true protruding chin? When I make these quizzes, I always try to include some unusual trivia. Even if you don't know the answers to all of them, at least you'll pick up some fun, interesting new facts. Let's check the answers to the bonus questions and see how many points you've picked up. Happy Birthday to You originated in the USA. Cavendish is a variety of banana. And we are the only animals with a true protruding chin. Avatar is from Sanskrit. Moby Dick was a white whale. Hair is not made of collagen, that's false. Netflix The Crown is Queen Elizabeth II. Standard coleslaw is mostly cabbage. Kahlua originated in Mexico. One with the most concrete there is the Hoover Dam. They both had a hit with Valerie. KFC's original recipe is kept in a high security vault. A malar flush is mostly on the cheeks. Karen is from Greek mythology. Dorothy didn't originally have a surname, that's true. Sn is the symbol for tin. The moon is not always the same distance from Earth. The Bee Gees were born on the Isle of Man. Are there lakes of liquid mercury on Mercury? No, that's false. The only element that can have a stable atom with no neutrons is hydrogen. So we're now at the final part of the quiz, the star questions, and here are your topics for today. We have world records, country names, and biology. So you can either play it safe and pick just one of those, and if you get it correct, you'll be a QuizAmp quiz champ, or you can take a chance, go for all three, because if you get all three correct, you will be a QuizAmp mega champ. I think the country names is the most difficult one out of those three, but anyway, make your choice now and let's play the final star questions. Who was the tallest person ever medically recorded? Which country gets its name from the historic trade in elephant tusks? Hypoxia is caused by a lack of what? Now, it's no easy feat to beat Quizamp. I designed the quiz to be challenging, so if you do, that's something you can definitely be proud of. And even if you don't beat it, then just keep playing, because one day you certainly will. I get lots of comments every day from people telling me they've beaten Quizamp for the first time, which is absolutely brilliant. So let's check the answers to today's questions and see how you did. The tallest person ever recorded, Robert Wadlow. That country is Côte d'Ivoire, or Ivory Coast. And hypoxia is caused by a lack of oxygen. So as usual, comment, share, and give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, all that jazz. Thanks for playing, and I hope to see you on the next quiz.